Flatbush, what's good? Flatbush, what up? I got my headsets on, I got no lights on. What's good, y'all? We talking cryptocurrency tonight. You know what I mean? Mooney, what up? We talking cryptocurrency tonight. We talking getting to the bag. We talking all that good stuff, man. How's everybody doing? Just waiting for my people to pull up. Should be interested. Everybody wants to get to the bag. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Yo, peace, God. Trying to see if y'all can hear me. I'm trying to get set up before my guy comes through. Everybody's getting some crypto. If you're not on the crypto wave, not even a wave, man. I think it's part of the future. I think it's a big part of our future. You hear me, boy? Yo, pull up. Let's go. Let's go. If you're not on it, like, I think you need to get your pen and paper. I'm talking to somebody that's what I consider a real G in the game. From what I can see, I see the moves he's making. See the knowledge he has. So we want to just tap in. You know, yo, peace, God.
What's good, my guy?
How you?
I'm great. I'm alive, bro.
I hear you, man. I hear you, man. My name is Sonny, man. Introduce yourself to people. We didn't get a chance to kick it, but
Facts.
we're gonna dig in, man, tonight, man, for a little bit.
Facts. My name is Nadi. Like, I know it's spelled kind of crazy, but it's pronounced Nadi. Flatbush representing.
Indeed. Where you from in the bush?
I'm from like Church Ave size, 30s.
Got you, Church. That's right. It's like a lot of people say that's the heartbeat of the bush right there.
Yeah, but they never used to shout us out on them reggae dub plates. They used to be like 40s, 50s, 90s.
They skipped the 30s. That's a fact.
Bro.
They always skip the 30s. I was heavy in the 30s. Yes, I was heavy in the 30s. 30s plays a major part in Flatbush, going from Junction all the way down to Church, all the way straight through. So that is a fact, bro. And it's funny, too, you say that because a lot of the dub plates, a lot of the chilling, a lot of the vibes, a lot of the jerk chicken was coming from the 30s. Church Ave and 30s.
In Church.
Yeah. That's a fact, man. Let's start from the top, man. How'd you get into crypto? When did you first get into crypto? When did you first hear about it? What was your first play?
Okay, so I got into crypto like most niggas in Flatbush get into crypto. We leave it at that. If y'all from Flatbush, y'all know, right?
Okay.
So I learned Bitcoin first. Didn't know what it was really. Just had some Bitcoin locked away. Didn't know what it was. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't know how to get it back out. So years later, I went back. I had my password and everything. Went back and seen the thing grow like crazy. So that made me start looking into it from another angle, because most people use it just to get things, move around.
Right.
But I'm like, nah, this ain't even currency. This ain't something you're supposed to spend. This is something you're supposed to stack and let it grow. It's a store of value. You know what I'm saying? So I had a whole different state of mind from then. And ever since then, that's probably like 2017. I've just been dabbling with it from since then.
Got you. I know a lot of people have been asking a lot of questions in general. I kind of dabble with it, like you said. I'm one of them people, man, in 2017, was dabbling, but it was like, yeah, whatever. And then before you know it, yeah, whatever, you start looking at numbers go crazy. And it's like, damn. But
well, I thought it was over. I thought it was over for crypto around the times when it took that big dip from 20,000.
When it took the dip.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought it was over for crypto. I was like, nah, this ain't gonna last. But I didn't really understand the technology, or I didn't really understand crypto. I just knew somebody put me on the Bitcoin, and then I started seeing Ethereum, but I really didn't understand it like that. And there wasn't that much literature, or there wasn't nobody really to tell you what this is. Like now you have schools about this. You have people doing programs. You can educate yourself if you want to. But back then we didn't have no education. You just had to try it out, and you know what I mean?
Well, explain to people, if you can, like what a blockchain is, or like just the basics of, cryptocurrency in general.
All right, the blockchain, I don't even know if I know how to say the right words behind it, but the blockchain is something like what? It's like the web. right? Blockchain. It's kind of like the Web3, new webs, right? So it's different blockchains, together. The different blockchains, they communicate to each other. So it's a trustless system where you don't need to go to a central bank or somebody to make things happen. Everything's going on off of smart contracts on the blockchain, right? So if you agree to something with me, right, and we both signed a smart contract, however, we both agreed to it. Now it's between those blockchains that make things happen. It has nothing to do with human error, so nobody could like renege on their part of the contract, say, nah, I'm not doing this. Everything is in those smart contracts. So the blockchain is just like the new web, right? They building a whole new Web3, and the blockchains are just the different computer systems that are all together creating these
So,
things.
so what about some of the pros and the cons? I know I find
Oh,
myself, I see the pros in the whole situation, but then you try to put your peoples on, or somebody you might know is trying, and then you say something, and it's like a lot of skeptics. So I guess it's pros to cons to everything. But
hell yeah.
what are some of the pros to cons that you might see, that you see, that people can? I see more pros
Well,
than cons.
there's cons too, right? There's cons, especially if you're a new user, because a lot of people getting ignorant, they refuse to go get education behind what's going on. So the cons are you can lose your private keys, right? You can lose all your funds real easy. Security is very hard. You have to be on top of your game to secure your bag, right? So that's one con. Another con is there's not that much adaptation yet. Like you still can't spend crypto everywhere you want to spend it, right? So we're still waiting for more stores and the more entities to accept it. So that's a con also. What other cons are there? The cons are, the whales are getting in now, right? So you got these
Right.
big bankers that are getting in now. So a big banker could get into a project, let it go a certain, let it jump, and then pull his money out. When he pull his money out, that thing is dumping.
Right.
Yeah. So all these
Right.
different things are cons, but these are the same kind of things that we deal with the regular banking systems, but we don't see them because it's behind the wall, right?
Mm. Right. Right. Wait, yeah, your audio. I can't hear you. Nah. Maybe it's me. Is it me? I heard something just now. You just moved something, and I heard something. Man, I hope that ain't me though. Nah, bro. Put a thumbs up if you can hear him. Maybe it's me. Am I bugging? Can y'all hear me? But he gonna come right back. We breaking down the cryptocurrency, blockchain piece to everybody that's tapping in. This is we all Flatbush, tapping in with Knots, Flatbush G. We talking crypto, man. We talking cryptocurrency. All right, cool. Good looking West Coast Re. Said we can't hear him. We just here, man. We chopping it up. Throw your questions down at the bottom. And a little question mark thingy at the bottom. Knots is back. Put your questions up. We just chopping it up, building. Nobody here that's professional. We just, two brothers chopping it up, man. I think it's important because I feel like at the time when money, I could be bugging, but like when money got printed, we wasn't at the table to have a discussion about whose face is going to get put on bills, on a fiat dollar, so to speak. I feel like now is a time in history where we actually can sit at the table and control our own situations. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We can make our table.
We can make our table. We are making our table. And like you said, it comes with a little more responsibility. Those cons come with losing a key, but you got to be more responsible for your key. There is no customer service. There is no because
Exactly.
you now become the bank. And I
Exactly.
know I don't like to say that to people because then people feel like, whoa, I don't want to be the bank. Some people really don't
Of
want to be
course.
the bank. You know what I'm saying? That comes with it, but that is a factor of that.
And that's the
That's
thing
like,
with decentralization, because a lot of people say decentralization, but freedom comes with a lot of responsibilities. And most people don't want responsibilities, but they say they want freedom, but they're actually the same thing. So if you don't want no responsibilities, you're not gonna achieve freedom. If you're not the type that wants to go check your wallet, you wanna have all your private keys, you wanna memorize your private keys, you wanna jump into liquidity pools and all these different things that you gotta do. If you're not on that, then just get a bank and stay on the
yep. I
banking.
want to get back. I want to touch back on those liquidity pools. In
Mm-hmm.
a second. Yeah, I definitely want to touch into that. But yeah, those freedoms come with responsibilities. I mean, if you want the freedom of having your own land and
Right.
nobody next to you. You got the
Right.
responsibility of cutting your grass now. Now you
Right.
got the responsibility of securing the perimeter now.
Right.
So that's in anything that you do, and that's a very good point. But
Yeah.
let's bring it back a little bit. That I don't like to make it too heavy because people start thinking
Right.
crazy. But how will somebody start? They don't have nothing right now. They want to get in. They don't want to lose their shirt. They got a couple of coins to put to the side. What do they do?
Get some Bitcoin. If you're starting brand new, get Bitcoin, right? Because you can get Bitcoin through Cash App. You can get Bitcoin through all these different these systems, right? PayPal, I think, offers Bitcoin now, but I'm not really sure. I'm not a supporter of the way PayPal is doing it because I don't think you can hold your actual coin, right? So out of all of them, I would say Cash App. I'm not a Coinbase person, but a lot of people use Coinbase. I like Uphold, different spots that you can just, exchanges, and you can just buy some Bitcoin, buy some Ethereum. I would say stick to the major coins right now if you're a new player, because a lot of these coins, if you don't know the technology, if you're not into them, like really, really like talking to the team, interacting online with people, you don't really understand it, or you don't have a mentor that's kind of like walking you through it, you could lose money in the crypto space, right? A lot of people are FOMO in it. A lot of people are making it sound like a fantasy market where people just make money. There's a lot of people that lose money in here too. So
Right.
you have to do your due diligence. So I would say for somebody that's now starting, just get used to Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you just use those, and you don't diversify your portfolio, and you just stacking Bitcoin and Ethereum, you should do good this year on the bull run.
This year, I was
It's
about to
just those.
say. So I was about to say, people should definitely have a strategy. I know a lot of people holding
Yeah,
on to stuff for the future for a long
yeah,
time. I know a lot of people would keep their eye on stuff on a daily basis. I
right,
think you have more risk at losing your shirt or losing a little more if you're not fast enough to pick up on certain things.
right.
You can really lose out. Let me ask you this: when it comes to hold up, you said if you don't own your coin, obviously you don't. If you don't hold it, you don't own it, is what they say. You
Right.
actually, if you saying you still own it through Cash App?
Yeah, Cash App. Well, you own it through Cash App, but I wouldn't keep it in Cash App. You don't really own it until it's in your wallet. Put it like this. I always use this analogy. If you go to a store, right, and you buy a shirt, do you leave the shirt at the store and say, yo, when I'm ready to wear this, I'm going to come back and get the shirt? Nah, you take it home and put it in your own closet because you know that's my closet. So it's the same thing with coins. I wouldn't leave my coins on Coinbase or leave it on any exchange. I'm taking that and I'm putting that into my private wallet.
Yeah, you talking about
Exodus,
like Exodus,
Trust
Atomic, things
Wallet,
like that,
Atomic.
Trust Wallet,
Yeah.
copy.
MetaMask. Well, not really MetaMask.
All right.
MetaMask is semi.
Well, let me ask you this. With all the different laws, like you said, big corporations and things like that getting in, I know for somebody like me, that like the appeal of it all was like, you know what, like fuck the system. Like I could do my own thing. I could be my own bank, shit like that. With
Yeah.
all of them getting into bed with everything and having the ability to put money in and take money out, how do you think that'll help the guys that just want to stay in the shadows and do they want to? You think that'll mess it up? You think that's going to help it? The whole point was decentralization. Like, how
Hmm.
you think that's going to swing things? Like, in your
Well,
opinion?
it's still decentralized to an extent, right? So the decentralization, like I said, it all depends on the person, right? So if you're the type of person that's taking responsibility to learn how to get annual percent yield on your holdings, you know how to move it around, you know how to work it. You're still gonna be decentralized. You're good. You're still not dealing with a central bank. You're still able to send money peer to peer. Like if you want to send me money now, you can still send me money. So essentially, it's still decentralized. But when these big people get in with that big money, they'll be able to manipulate the market however they want. You know what I'm saying? So they can make a coin essentially go up and then pull their money out and make a coin dump. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm trying to show people that you have to educate yourself on the technology a little further than just jumping into coins, because like Safe Moon and Dogecoin, and my guy gave me a whole list today. I didn't even understand that there was so many bullshit coins out.
What do you
All
mean when
these
you
little,
say bullshit coins though? Because I mean,
they have
people
no
say
use case.
I get what you mean. Like in that because Dogecoin they don't have a really use case. It was made to be a joke. They said and
Yeah,
kind of like that. So I know a lot of people kind of had the sentiment like if it's made to be a joke, the joke would be on me if I'm gonna put a couple of coins to it and make some money. And now that's actually paying off. So these actual coins like that, them junk coins or like that, they can actually mess up the game.
they can, but for certain people, I mean, that's the hardcore crypto crowd is not really looking at that because we understand things, right? Like people are looking, when it comes to money, people are too nearsighted. Like they see tomorrow. They don't see 10 years down the line.
Right.
They see tomorrow. So Dogecoin is a coin like I can make money tomorrow. Most people live for tomorrow. The same people that want to make money tomorrow of Dogecoin is more than likely going to take profit, turn it back into fiat, get taxed heavy. Like they don't really understand the space. Not saying all of them, some, because I have Dogecoin right now. Somebody bought some Dogecoin for me, and the shit went from 250 to like 700 right now, right? So you can make money off of it, but you still, a lot of the people that are in Dogecoin, they don't really understand the crypto space, so they don't even understand like this might be something I might have to take profit on, like quick. You know what I'm saying? Before the liquidity just dries up and people take their liquidity out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got Elon Musk and these guys behind it, but when you ask Elon Musk how much Dogecoin do you hold, I'm sure he doesn't hold. I'm sure he's not putting serious money into Dogecoin.
You don't think so?
I know he isn't. Them niggas is accumulating Bitcoin because Bitcoin has a cap. Like Bitcoin is only gonna have 21 million made, essentially, right? So they want the Bitcoin. Meanwhile, they're showing people to go invest in Dogecoin, invest in SafeMoon. We don't mind giving y'all money. Look, fucking their stimulus. We don't care. People don't understand money really. They don't understand what money really is. So you could throw them a few free bones and they're gonna think, oh, this is the shit. But what they're gonna do is rail you in. The shit is a casino. They're gonna rail you in and make you feel good to that one day when we just take everybody's money and crash y'all niggas.
That's a key point to remember though, because I mean people act like because there's like a lot of people in the shadows moving around with the crypto that the Elon Musk is in the game, they still want money. They don't want to. If I don't want to miss out on a couple of thousands and thousands of dollars, they don't want to miss out on millions. So
hell no.
Like you said, they in the shadows with us, kind of like in a way bidding on this as well.
I mean, if Elon does have Dogecoin, he knows what he's doing. But for the most part, he's trying to sell you a Tesla. Like these guys are just trying to get your holdings. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to sell you a Tesla. Oh, you got a whole Bitcoin? Give it to me. Take a Tesla. Because years down the line, when Bitcoin is no longer being made, or you go on the exchanges and it's hard to get a Bitcoin, we hold all the Bitcoin. Y'all have to come to us. And all we're going to do is hedge our Bitcoin, sit it there, get interest on it just for having it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what people are going to do with their Dogecoin because I don't see too much use.
Somebody asked, does Ethereum have a cap? You said that about
it doesn't. Ethereum does not have a cap right now, but that's what they're working on for the Ethereum 0.2. Now, it doesn't have a cap right now. There's no cap on Ethereum. If you look it up, there's no market cap on Ethereum. But that's why they're making the Ethereum 0.2, and they're gonna start burning coins, and they're gonna have a cap on it. So the gas fees will go down. Like they're now innovating on that. And if that happens, they say like around June it's supposed to happen. If that happens, Ethereum's gonna go to the fucking moon. Y'all always talking about to the moon. Ethereum will go to the moon if they actually limit it. It's doing this good without any limitations. So
without any limitations, for real.
And but let me just say a disclaimer: like don't take none of my advice. This is not a financial advice.
This is conversation. Yes, this is conversation, and I'm hoping to learn something trial and error from you. I always put myself in the seat of a student. I like to speak for the people, so I know the people have questions. And I try to tap in earlier with people and say that this brother is not a professional. I'm not a professional. We just chopping it up, man, from our own trials and error and different things like that, man. Somebody said, what would you say is the top 3 wallets?
For me, Exodus. I like Exodus. I like Trust Wallet for my NFTs, and I think those are the only 2 that I use, and MetaMask. But I wouldn't say MetaMask is my top, but I do use it. It's a lot of sites use it, but I rather Ledger, I rather the Trezor, or I rather the SafePal, like the wallet that's actually in your hand.
I was about to say, so I'm about to get into that. Describe the difference between a cold and a hot wallet for people, because I know that a hot wallet is more so the one you would have on your phone. Is probably more so the one that's digital things like in that nature. Am I explaining it correctly? Is the ones we talking about Exodus?
The hot wallet would be the one that's still online. Okay. Yeah. The Exodus would be a hot wallet. It's still online. The cold wallet is when you totally take it off of line and it goes into a
almost like a flash drive. It looks like when I look at the picture of it, it looks like a little flash drive of some sort.
Yeah.
And that's technically really owning your coin now. So you put
Yeah.
a Litecoin or Ethereum or whatever it is you're playing with, and you put that on there. Is there let me ask you this. What's the difficulty with going back and forth with that? Is there fees involved with that? There is fees. That's where everybody gets their bread at in that interaction right there. Okay.
Yeah, when you swapping
Okay.
coins, all that kind of stuff, there's fees essentially attached to a lot of different things. That's how the miners make their money off of fees, So that's how they pay the workers on the network.
And you said earlier, just to go back a little bit, you said earlier the purpose of coins. And then you said about gas prices.
Right.
What are some of to maybe give an overview? Maybe like what are some of the purposes of some of these different coins? If they're
Okay. So Ethereum's a blockchain that you can build other dApps on. You can build smart contracts, which is like NFTs and things like that. You can build on top of them, kind of like the web, but more. It's a decentralized version of the web. So you have Ethereum that does that. You have Chainlink, which is an oracle. An oracle means Chainlink can communicate between the old web and the new web, right? So if you want some information from the old web on the new web, Chainlink is a technology that allows that to happen. These two technologies to talk to each other, right? What else you got? You got name one that you like, and Bitcoin has no use case really besides
I
being a store of value.
I started off with Tron years ago. It was Tron. I know it has
Okay.
something. I know he's doing a lot of gaming stuff with this little
Yeah.
spaces I was in Discord and different places. A lot of
Yep.
people was moving around with Tron.
Yep.
What's the other one? Cardano. Is that how I say,
Yep.
did I say it right?
Cardano is something like the same thing as Ethereum. They're just a basic system online that you can use to kind of like build dApps on top of. The same thing. They're going to be in the NFT space. They're doing a lot in Africa right now as far as like securing the digital IDs for the countries in Africa. They just closed a deal with Ethiopia. So all of them have different use cases. VeChain is one that it's used as basically a supply chain. It shows you like if you have a Louis Vuitton shirt, right? In the future, you'll be able to check that on VeChain and see if this is a real Louis Vuitton shirt, where it came from, the history of that shirt, who owned it, where it been, all of these kind of different things. So each of the
Wow.
blockchains, they have a different, they have a use case,
And I'm
right?
glad you had said that because I wanted to know what the use case, as far as people doing their homework, Roz,
Right,
is this what you're doing your homework on? So like you just said one of them is heavy in Africa doing things. So I know
right.
I used to do stocks, not do them, but I was into stocks a lot. So I kind of use that same mind frame. Is that how you would do it? Look and see what they're into in Africa, see what's popping, see if it's worth your,
Yeah,
worth your time, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
yeah. Me, I like to look up a lot of CEOs. I'm the type of person I like to know the billionaire behind things. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I wanna know on a name the name. I wanna know the names of the billionaires that's out
Right.
here. You know what I'm saying? Get
What's
familiar
he
with that
into on
crowd.
the side? What type of hobbies he has? Who he hangs
Exactly.
out with? Right, right, right.
Yeah, I want to see certain things with the CEO. Is he how many businesses he had before this? Was he a scumbag? Did his business go bankrupt? Like all these things matter, right? And I learned a lot of this from watching Warren Buffett, because Warren Buffett, all he does all day is sit down and analyze businesses and see which one he wants to buy.
That's a
All he does
fact.
is read all day, but he researches the CEOs, he researches the use case, he researches the weaknesses. I even want to know the weaknesses. I don't want to just know the pros. I want to
I'm
know the
about to
cons.
I'm about to pull Crave in. Crave was
Okay.
traveling and moving around. I was filling in
Okay.
for my God tonight, so he's still moving around.
You.
Hey, yo, Naughty, what's good, brother?
What's good,
I'm
bro?
still in the airport, so I'm gonna jump back in, but I just
Where you
wanted to
headed
tap
to?
in real quick, man. Appreciate you jumping on, man.
You know it.
Where you headed to, God?
Yeah, I'm still in the airport. I'm gonna hit
What?
y'all back just now, though.
I bet.
Yep.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say, he got to cut his joint off. You got to hang it up, Crave. We're gonna hear all your background and all that.
That's the first time. I didn't even know that more than two people could be on this shit.
I've done it before. Last time we had a live, we had somebody. We was talking about it was like a jailbreak in Haiti. There was something wild going on, I think, with Haiti. We was in from tapped in from Jamaica. We was all over. We had the four screens up. It was looking.
Oh,
It was
that's
looking.
lit.
Yeah, yeah. It was looking crazy. All those joints is on YouTube, by the way. I can hit the link in the bio.
Facts.
Uh, yes, sir. What I wanted to get into as well is NFTs, right? Because
Hell yeah.
I feel like I'm mid range when it comes to crypto, but when it comes to NFTs, I'm a photographer. Everybody that knows me, I'm a creator. but I'm not sure. I got thousands of pictures and images that's one of ones from all over the world, graffiti, all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And what do I do? What do people like me do? What is an NFT? Like, explain
Well,
that to me.
well, an NFT is a non-fungible token. It's basically a collectible, right? So the whole thing behind NFTs is really the smart contract, the technology behind it. So people think that NFTs mean art, but it does. It's nothing to do with art. Art is just a form of an NFT, but NFTs aren't art. So NFTs could be ID cards, right? NFT could be essentially a weapon that you use in a video game. NFTs could be anything that's like a digital property or collectible that you own online. Because the future is a lot of metaverses. It's going to be based online. So all of your stuff, like your clothes, we're going to have avatars. All of your stuff is online. If you want to have a little house in the metaverse, you have your art up on the wall. All your belongings are digitized, basically. So that's what NFTs are. They're just like digitized collectibles, digitized belongings.
Almost
Right?
like digital comic books or
Everything.
digital playing cards.
Or
Once you get it, you can trade them and it worth
right.
something, stuff like that.
Or it can be just maybe I sold you a canvas painting and I give you an NFT as a certificate of authenticity. So you know, all right, this came from Nadi. So this is the NFT. This is the certificate that comes with the NFT part of it. Right? So NFT doesn't have to just be the art. It's just a way for the creators to give to their fan base and keep track of their creations for the rest of their life.
I did see. So I saw somebody. My boy. He
Thanks,
had
man.
got something. That was a sneeze. Bless you, bro. If it wasn't a
Thanks.
sneeze, bless you anyway.
Facts.
I see my boy. He had got a nice piece of something from Japan. Man, it was an art, and I saw the way he pulled it out. Like you said, it's like it was attached to something
Yeah.
digital. I didn't really get it, but like I said, I got art for days around here. Canvases. This is what I
Yeah.
do, and I don't know. I like, what do I do? Turn it into digital
Well,
something?
well, the first thing you need to do is you gotta have in that NFT space. It's all about your crowd and your fan base. So if your fan base is not already buying NFTs, you're gonna have to educate your fan base first. So the reason why I was successful with selling my NFTs is because I do classes teaching about NFTs, teaching about crypto. So I'm educating my crowd essentially. So now they know what an NFT is. They understand the technology behind it. They understand the value that it's gonna hold. So they're gonna willingly invest in it because they understand it. But when you just put NFTs on a page and nobody's ever bought NFTs from you before, and you expect people to just buy a JPEG, which is what most people look at it like that's just a picture. Like, why am I gonna buy a picture when I can just copy paste it,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
go to Google and get that picture? But the thing is, you didn't get it from the creator. The whole thing
Mm.
with NFTs is that interaction between creator and the buyer, right? So if back in the days you were able to prove, hey, I bought this directly from Basquiat, that would be a value right now, right? I bought this directly from Andy Warhol himself. And you can prove it on the blockchain because I can go look on the ledger and it says first owner, Nadi, second owner, boom, your name. So it's kind of like
Oh.
it's like a system where people can go and see the life of their art, which we never were able to do before. Once it leaves our hand, that shit belongs to whoever buys it. It's not like that anymore. You can code your NFT to return a certain percentage to you as it passes hand to hand. So a lot of my NFTs are 20%. So say you bought an NFT from me. Now you sold it to somebody else. I'm getting 20% from that sale. Now if that person sells it to somebody else, I'm getting 20% of that sale. So for the life of my creations, as long as my creations are passing hand to hand and moving around in the market, I'm essentially getting a piece of it. So that's the beautiful thing for creators, because we were never able to do that before in life. We saw the painting is gone. This person could do whatever they want with it. We don't know. Now it's different. You can actually see where your
That's
stuff is moving.
Yo, bro. That's like you got my brain on like 100 different lanes right now. Like I hope everybody is like that though. Like I hope everybody kind of see. What do you see it before I even go there? What do you see us sitting at in history right now? Like 100 years? Yeah, sitting here right
Ooh.
now having this conversation. Like 100 years from now, what do you think the conversation will be about this? Like you think it'll be like people be like, "Why my grandfather didn't invest in this?" It's gonna be a lot of people like, "Yo,
Or
my
they're gonna
great."
forget anybody that didn't. They're gonna forget them in history. They're gonna be forgotten. I mean, this seems like a big point in history, but I'm gonna tell you like this: from studying history and knowing history, like you never know what's gonna be the big point in history. Like right now, we think this is big, but we don't really know how big this is. This could essentially just be a glitch and shit. Like a lot of these coins that we're holding on to and thinking that Bitcoin is it, this coin is it. all these coins could be nothing within like 5 years. It could be a whole different cache of coins. It could be a whole. I mean, like, how big is the day when credit cards start working? Like, who talks about that? Like, yo, you remember the day when credit cards came? Nobody cared, right?
Nobody cares.
So even though it's big, to
But
me,
no,
it's just gonna be
but see, there was a time when it wasn't a thing as credit cards; it was charge cards, right?
right,
I think about like my grandmother, right? And
right,
she always had a Sears card. Like she
right,
always had the Sears card. It always says like members since. That had a benefit to it. She had more props than my mother's Sears card, and she
right,
had way more props than my little raggedy Sears card.
right.
You know, if I was able to get one, so I think it will have a big point in it. Like when we see naughty artwork in, you know what I'm saying, 2121, you know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be big, bro. Like a lot of stuff gets erased. I think it's gonna be a turning point where people are gonna be able to look back and say, even if there is different things, this was the one that sparked it. This was the time period that sparked all these
I mean,
different like
you could say that, but in the crypto world, the time that sparked it was the '80s, because this crypto shit started in the '80s with the cypherpunks. The new people that's now getting in it think that this is new and this shit's just like this sparked it, but this didn't spark. Like, niggas was doing crypto transactions in the '80s, bro.
wait a minute, bro. I know about the time of how you started off. You know, we coming up in Flatbush, we all know how most people got on the crypto. But you saying in the '80s, bro? What was
Yeah.
they? I mean, if you could
If you
say,
look up,
what were
if
they
you look
doing
at,
with it at them times? If we could talk
well,
about it.
it was only for internet people, like real nerd type people, right? So
Mm,
they like there's a group called the Cypherpunks, and you can go look them up. Tim C. May, he's like the godfather of crypto. He had a coin, I think his was not Dash. I forgot what the name of his coin was, but he had a coin back there, but it failed. Like it didn't really do what it was supposed to do. But they had these technologies since back then. They were playing around with these technologies all through the 80s and 90s. They were trying to perfect it. So it happened, you know, and it's just those nerds. It's just like those real crypto heads that
mm.
understand it from those times. You understand what I'm saying? So
They balling right now. I don't know,
oh yeah,
like
they're balling. These are the
right
people
now,
that's
right?
buying NFTs. These are the people that's buying NFTs for 4 ETH, because essentially I bought ETH at 16 cents and now ETH is 3,200. Right? I probably put like $1,000 into ETH when it was 16 cents, and now I'm super fucking up and super rich. Let me just buy some fucking art from people. That's what's going on right now.
Right.
That's
Shit.
what's going on right now. So if you don't have your own fan base and curate your fan base the way you want to, and spread your value through your fan base, a lot of artists are just going to fall by the wayside, because a lot of artists are going to do art. It's going to be wavy for a while. You got to understand how society moves, and our memory is shorter than it ever was before.
Yeah,
Like
no,
back in the
no.
days, people would remember, oh, you remember when Nas' first album dropped? Nobody remembers or cares about when Uzi Vert's first. Like, niggas don't care about that shit. It's just like, who's next? We
Who's
in a
next?
who's
What's
next.
next?
We in a what's next society where it's like, all right, that happened, but what's next? So a lot of shit is just getting pushed to the wayside. So if you don't curate your crowd and let them value you and teach them to value you and pour into them and give them, you know what I'm saying, something to value, and you just an artist shoving art in front of people, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I
That's
mean
gonna work.
and that's for anything. That's like trying to, shove health down somebody that's not into being healthy. You
Exactly.
know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
non-pet stuff to pet owners. Like, you gotta always line up with your market.
Everybody always wants to know, how do you make money, right? And they buy books. They buy books on top of books with people telling them all these different systems. And you know how you make money? The crowd that you hang with. You gotta be around. You want to be a millionaire? Better start finding millionaires and be around them and offer them a service. If you're not social, if you're not in the mix to a certain point, and be careful what mix you're in. If you're not a person that people like, this is an influencer world now. If you're not influential and you can't move money, it's
Yeah,
gonna be hard for you to even think about being rich, unless
your
you're
net,
great at
yeah,
Facebook
your
ads or some shit.
your net worth is your. What they say? Your net worth is your network.
Yeah, that's real shit. And I don't see it ever changing. Like, that's what it been from the beginning of time. Like, you can be broke, but niggas believe in Nadi. You can come up with something tomorrow, and now everybody's investing in Nadi, right? Or
Right,
you could be somebody that has money, but you don't know nobody, you don't mess with nobody, and little by little that money's gonna start depleting and depleting and depleting. You know what I'm saying? You
right.
have to be kind of like a social figure. And I'm not saying you have to put yourself all the way out there. You got to know the crowd that you're in first of all, you got to understand your crowd's economics. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people are on IG wasting time all day promoting to people that will never spend with them, right? They're doing all this stuff. They're building content. They're doing it, but they never say, hey, spend $1 with me. And then people there, I have people in the community that look at me like, oh, you're selling information. Nigga, I pay for information. That's why I
No,
sell
that's a fact.
information. I pay.
But that's with everything. People that don't do things don't understand things. Like I
They
do
don't.
photography, you shoot. People's always like, yo, just come take a picture.
No.
No, what do you mean? This camera's $3,000. I'm always in the
Yeah.
books. My head hurts from looking at Photoshop. I do
Yeah.
your wedding. I'm looking at you for 2 weeks after I shoot your wedding. Like
Yeah.
this is crazy to me. You don't
Yeah.
even understand all of that. So
Yeah. People don't understand that.
But let's get into that though. What is it that you have, that you do, that you teach? Where can we find it? All of that. Give me all of that.
All right, so I teach essentially crypto, like for beginners, and I teach NFTs for beginners. So I teach on 2 levels. I teach from the artist perspective, teaching artists how to mint their first piece, how to promote themselves, where they need to be online, right? Because if you're doing anything with crypto and you're not on Twitter, you're not really into it. Like IG is not where it's at for crypto.
No.
You got to be on Twitter if you're into the crypto community. That's where it's all at. So essentially my class is just showing you how to move around in this community, right? How to get your name in this community, right? With the NFTs. Plus I teach you the technical side. With the crypto, for the most part, I teach people how to set up their wallets and how to just get going from point A to point B. Then I offer, I work with iMastery, and I let people study the actual trading through them, because I don't offer that service. I'm not going to sit here and show you how to actually trade, how to actually get on charts. That's not my strong point. So I've teamed up with them, and I send the students over there to learn from them. But the difference with me, with iMastery, is we make money off of our trades, right? So most people in iMastery, I don't know if you ever heard of them, IML, where you hear all the Forex kids running around talking about.
What's IML?
IML.
That sounds
So
familiar.
all the Forex kids, that's what they're talking about. That's the situation that they're in, right? But I'm not a recruiter, right? I'm not pushing people to recruit. I'm pushing people to learn how to trade. So when you come under me, I'm not telling you, yo, you got to bring, because there's some Ponzi scheme to it where it's like, yo, bring 5 people in, and if you bring 500 people in, you're getting 10 grand a month. I'm here to tell you, if you get a good trading plan and you know how to do risk management, you can get 10 grand a month without even talking to a whole bunch of people, right?
Right.
So no disrespect to IML, no disrespect to them, but we utilize them just for the information. We're not recruiters. We're not trying to go to the events and scream mindless. We ain't doing none of that. We just
Somebody said Forex feels like a cult sometimes.
I mean, it's not Forex. And you see, this is the thing. People call IML Forex. Forex is not IML. Forex is a whole, like, I don't know, man. People, they got to get the terminology right. Forex can never seem like a scam. These people that you're dealing with from IML or those people on that team seem like that. But Forex, nah. Forex is an actual skill set. Like,
Do they seem like that because it's a sales thing? I mean, most with salespeople, if we don't hunt, we don't eat. So if is it a thing like that where they just pushing because of that, or is it just?
But the school doesn't do it. Like, all right, IML itself doesn't do that, right? It's not them that's promoting that. It's the individual teams. So this is how IML works. You can pay to be on IML. You can just study the information, depending on who you go under, right? I'm a grown man, so no matter who I go under, they're not, like, I don't even like the word go under. Like, you just sent me a sign link and I linked up because of you, but you're not my, like, there's no boss here. I pay monthly, so I don't have to listen to your strategy. I'm going there to learn the information that's on the website. Most people that get in it are either young kids or people that is looking for a quick buck, right? So they don't understand. So they get under people that telling them, hey, before they promote to you, yo, go look at this teacher. Go look at Cobain. Go look at this. Me, when you come to me, I'm telling you the teachers that you need to watch. Like, these are the people that's going to put you in profit, because you can make money on there with these certain teachers. Most people, they're not going to say that. They're just going to tell you, listen, if you get 2 people in, you're free. Just get 2 people. Now you get the 2 people in. Then they're going to tell you, yo, if you get a 3rd person now, you're going to be getting paid $150 a month. Okay, I'll take the little $150. That can at least pay back for my, so I don't have to pay, right? I can pay that. Then they're gonna tell you, hey, if you bring 12 people in, you get 600, and then you just go down the railroad of bringing the people in. But a lot of people come in forget about trading, and they just make money off of recruiting more and more and more and more people. And you got a lot of people that's in the business that never even been on the website, never even looked at the teachers. They're just in Zooms all day hearing about, oh, go chairman, you got to go chairman. So it's a bad thing depending on who you go under.
Of course. Somebody said Forex traders know a lot. They help us with charting. What's charting? What's charting? Explain charting.
Charting is when you're looking at the candles. Like when you ever seen a chart where you see these blocks on the chart and the blocks are going up. You got the blue blocks going up. You got the red blocks going down. Right. Yeah, those are candles, and those are just showing you the price action, so you understand what's going on in the market. You know when to get in, when to you know what price is gonna do, what direction price is moving in. You know, you got your Fibonacci tools. You got all these different tools that's just helping you to get perfect entries on these investments. So the charting goes for it goes for crypto. It goes for stock. Everything.
Stocks, right?
Yeah, Trading View is
the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Forecasting, pretty much, right?
Yeah. So Trading View is a nice site that y'all could go on if y'all just want to see what trading what it's like on that platform. Go on Trading View and you can see exactly how price is moving and things like that, and you can just study it, look at it.
And you have your link in your bio for okay. I know what Crave hit me. He's like, yo, we talking crypto, bro. I might be on a plane. I know you down. So yeah, I'm down. I didn't even know about the school. I didn't even know about what you are. So I'm glad you said that. And this is what we push for, man. It's like we call this "We Are Flatbush" because we are all Flatbush. I know you said the 30s get forgetting about Flatbush.
Dude,
that's so
bro.
true. I never thought about that. That's so
we
true.
Always get shitted on, bro. When we did a 20s, lot of trend setting.
40s, 50s, 90s.
They skip right over us, bro.
Skip right over the 30s. We ain't doing that today, man. We appreciate you. And I just wanted to say that I didn't know that, and I'm glad that this is a Flatbush thing. We kind of celebrating Brooklyn a lot with the business series, but this is definitely a Flatbush thing. This is kind of off of crypto for a minute, but give me a Flatbush story, man. It's kind of customary that I get a Flatbush story from people. It could be random, it could be funny, it could be violent, it could be crazy. Give me a Flatbush story.
A Flatbush story?
Yeah.
What Flatbush stories do I have? I mean, I got Flatbush stories, but
we done heard carjackings, man. We done got Chinese robberies, man. Block party shootout.
I did a whole series like that called Criminals Going Wild back in the day. A lot of those scenes were shot in Flatbush.
Oh, really?
With all that kind of ignorant stuff.
Was it real time stuff or was it skits? What was it? What was going on with that?
Well, it was like, I'm gonna put it like this. It was semi-real because we really did the things that we did in there, but then we were going back and telling people, nah, it's a spoof. Like say like how Ashton Kutcher was. Like he'll do the skit like you really think you're getting robbed, but then he'll come back and be like, here's your stuff. Like, we ain't robbing you. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we did that in Flatbush. Like, it was my ignorant days. I was just running around headless, young nigga just trying to find my way. We did that. It went viral. We ended up on the news. You know what I'm saying? Telemundo, everything. We was on every channel. If y'all go check it, Criminals Going Wild. That's Nadi before Nadi was on education. I wasn't always the guy behind the computer trying to educate y'all.
But this is how we learn. But this is how we learn, though, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as men coming up, like our energy, it's hard to cage that shit. You know what I mean? The more people try to cage it, the more we break loose of the cage and we wild out. And then we got that humbling moment where we got to get to the books. We got to learn whether it's jail, whether it's whatever it is. We got to learn the hard way sometimes. And brothers like you come out.
I know people that told me the best thing that ever happened to them was going to jail, and I never understood that. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? And they like, nah, I came out on a different path. Like, I needed to calm down. Like, I could have been dead if I didn't get locked up type of shit.
I got a couple of dead homies that I wish was locked up. Bro.
Locked up.
97, 98. They would still be here if they was doing bids for half of the stuff they was doing. And it's sad to say that, but they would be here right now. They go sit down
My best friend got murdered the day after my birthday. Like, every day I live with that, right? Got murdered the day after my birthday. He just came out from doing like a 10-year bid. And he was out for probably a few weeks. And I'd be like, damn, I wish this nigga had maxed out. I wish he had just stayed.
One more day, just a couple of more days.
You know what I mean?
Switched that off. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so sometimes you never know. That's why when people ask me, yo, how you doing? I'm alive, bro. There's no, no matter what, I'm alive, bro. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Whether I'm locked up, whether I'm in trouble, whether finances is not good, I'm alive, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's a reset, man. We get a fresh 24 every 24, man, and it's important to do. Especially for the youth, man. I look at a lot of the youth nowadays, and they got crypto and stuff to be able to juggle. Everybody got a phone in their hand, more times than none. You know what I mean? Everybody kind of got a. Plus, I'm talking about the youth wise. They got a little Cash App account, like you said,
Right.
could get some crypto. What was it that? Do you remember your first Satoshi or your first? Do you remember where you got it from?
My first Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Where did I get my first? It was on a paper, bro. It was some paper
Ooh.
shit. What they call them shits that might be them paper shits?
Them
Yeah.
paper
Nah,
shits.
remember when I used to buy crypto and have it on a paper. It was like a
Once you
paper
change
receipt
your breathing, you
with
have to
all
chill.
it had all the it's some paper. It was some paper shit.
So what did
And
you do with that though?
I just kept
Wallet
it.
wise? But like
Yeah, that's what it's
how do you
called, a paper
finagle it
wallet.
back?
That's what it's called, a paper wallet. You can research that. It used
So
to
how do
come
you
on paper,
finagle
bro.
it? So how did you finagle that back into the matrix? Because if it's on paper, that's super decentralized. Like,
But it's on paper, but essentially it's just keys. It's just codes on a paper.
got you the
But
same.
it's still
I
online.
got you.
It's just
Right.
like, all right, just like you see your wallet. Let me clear this up, because a lot of people think when you have a crypto wallet that the crypto is actually on your wallet. No, that wallet is just a remote control, right? The crypto's not on the wallet. The crypto's still on blockchain, but that's just a trigger to get you to the crypto, right? If you lose your crypto wallet and you remember your keys, you can get a brand new wallet and put those keys in, and all your stuff will come back.
But wait, so you mean a brand new wallet? If I lose my Exodus and it's in
Yeah.
Exodus, I could go get an atomic wallet?
Nah, you could get another Exodus. Like,
Another
say you
Exodus
had,
and just put the keys in.
yeah, say you had Exodus on your phone, right? You lost your phone. Oh shit, I lost all my crypto because you can't get to it. That's where you would accessing it. Once you got those private keys, you download Exodus again, and you go right back in, and all your coins pop back up. So you're not gonna lose it once you know your keys. That's why it's very important to know those keys.
Know those keys. You are the bank. That is your responsibility. Another thing with that too. For me, my biggest draw to it. I'm not going. I got a couple of more questions. I want
You
people to
good?
kind of tap into the class. I'm going to hit the link in his bio for sure. I'm a real James Bond in my head kind of dude. Like, you can't tell me I'm not Jason Bourne. I like to stay in the I like to stay in the shadows. When it's time to hit other countries, that's the
That's
appeal to
me.
me.
I
Right?
love that.
I love that. See, so now, and I'm out of state. I'll be moving around and stuff. What I've noticed now is with the crypto machines, right?
Yep.
Is it still possible to put cash on without using my ID, bro? Like, do I
Hell
got
yeah. Well, into crypto?
Yeah, I mean, can we talk about this now? Or is it something
All
you
right.
got to hit me on the side on? Is
No,
this
no, no, no. I
okay?
mean, I
Okay,
don't. I'm the best way to get crypto without using your name is to offer a service and make people pay you in crypto.
that's what I was telling my man. We got to find something that's just.
You got to do something and then offer it and say, hey, pay me in crypto. And you build your crypto up like that. It never has any other way. I don't care what nobody tells you. It's going to trace back to something. This shit is traceable.
So then, and in that instance, I would be hooking up my whatever wallet to this situation, and then
Right.
people will just be feeding this straight into this whatever wallet.
Right.
And that's anything. That could be anything, Face. I can sell you this pen, and as long as I tell you this is how I'm taking, I can ship you the pen, and then that's it. It don't have to be a digital something for the people who's thinking they don't have anything digital.
Nah. You can do consultations. All right. I'm a psychiatrist, but I get paid in crypto. You know what I'm saying? You can do anything, but I get paid in crypto. So you pay me in crypto. Now that you get paid in crypto.
But what platforms do you use, though? Like, do you use a
Your
regular
Exodus wallet. You use
I
any
mean,
wallet.
not as far as that, though. So now, as far as I'm selling you this pen, I can't sell it to you on Amazon. This is going back to the days. DM me, hit me with the wallet.
That's when you got to build a website. Or, I mean, like Shopify has some that offer it, right?
Right.
But,
do these major people have it?
Yeah, but I wouldn't use Shopify, because if you're trying to escape
the whole
your name
matrix
being used,
right,
and you use Shopify, you're back. I'm telling you, you're back to that. So that's why I would offer a service where it's just like, all I do is send you my wallet address, and you pay me through my wallet address.
Somebody said, what does he teach? Hit the link in his bio. It's his name, his @ is pinned in the comments up front.
Yeah, it's in my bio.
KNXTTI. KNXTTI. It's pronounced kind of.
Reese been locked in.
Yeah, she was locked. Yeah, they was locked in from the beginning. The name is actually ill to pronounce, not really, but it's easy to spell out. So it's KNXTTI.
And I'm actually doing something, Reese, since you there. I'm actually doing something this weekend for the mothers. So I'm giving out $100 Bitcoin on Sunday for Mother's Day. So I think we're releasing the stipulations tomorrow in the morning on my IG, and you just got to follow the stipulations and Good
Yo,
luck.
listen, please, please. I know you got a lot going on, man, but tap us in, man. I tagged you in something on my page. Hit
Okay.
us. I want to push that out. That's dope, man. For the
Okay.
Mother's Day, that kind of they always say. There's a saying I always hear that says you never forget the first person that gave you your first,
That's a fact.
Satoshi. Or your, so
That's
that's
a
pretty
fact.
dope. That's pretty dope that you're doing that on Mother's Day. So
I
hopefully
do
that
that.
starts a
Even
new
my
generation.
even like my god kids and all that. I don't know if Helen is still here, my homegirl Helen. You know what I'm saying? Like even like the kids, like you'll wake up one day and I'll be like, listen, I just sent $50 Bitcoin to his wallet. Like the kids is who I'm really like. I want to build the kids. I want them to have it
Where do you
because they want
send
to
it? Where do
touch it.
you recommend those? I want to be able. I use Exodus personally, but
Send it to their Exodus.
just tell most people give that Exodus. I got my son on Exodus. Me and my crew, we mess with Exodus. And it's more so. But let's say I got Exodus and you got Atomic. I can still
Don't
send it to
matter.
you still, as
Don't
long as
matter.
you get that receive number thing and all
Yeah.
that. I can.
Yeah.
Somebody says someone sent me an invite for Pi. What is Pi?
Pi is this it's this cryptocurrency that's being used by doctors, I think, and they're using people's phones to mine it. I don't really like it. We tried it way back. I think Cherie brought it to me, and we tried it way back, and I just don't see the value because you can't cash it out into money yet. So I'm not gonna waste my energy into making like moves towards something that's not. I can't cash it out. You know what I'm saying?
Do you base
It's,
your situations off cashing out or not? Because I kind
I
of look.
do. I do. I
Do
do.
you?
Hell yeah, I do.
I wish I would have asked you that earlier.
I do partial holding and then I do cash out too. You gotta think cash out, right? We don't
Everything
know.
got a parachute on it,
Yeah,
right?
everything that we're doing right now is speculation. So we figure, oh, in 10 years, crypto's gonna be this or crypto gonna be that. We don't know. We still gotta know how to take profit and we still gotta know how to cash out in case an emergency comes. What if the United States government pops up and says, we're banning cryptocurrency, you can't use it here, right? You're gonna have to cash out. These are real
Yeah.
things. You know, most people that are in this space, they live in a fantasy land, right? They're in Oz and they love the Oompa Loompas and they love the colors. They're not gonna tell you the real shit. Like me, I'm gonna tell you the scared straight shit too. Like I'm gonna tell you, you can lose all your money in this, right? I'm gonna tell you, if you don't do it right and you don't use your due diligence and you're not reading white papers and you're not understanding this space, you can lose your money essentially in this, right? A lot
What's
of people that
What's
start
white papers? Not to cut you off. What's white papers?
white papers, basically, that's telling you the whole agenda of what the project is for. Because people look at these things as money, right? As coins, but they're really I mean, I use that terminology too, but it's doing disjustice to what crypto really is because these are technologies. So you got to read the white paper and see, all right, Polkadot does this, or Polkadot is opening an exchange, and Polkadot, you got to understand what Polkadot does in order for me to invest in it. You have to know what the company does. So the white paper is basically a layout by the company telling you this is what we do. This is where we see ourselves in 5 months. This is where we see ourselves in 12 months. They give you a whole layout of their agenda, what they want to do with the coin. So when you read that, you get a better understanding of what exactly you're investing in. Because like I said, with Dogecoin, I always tell people, you don't know what Dogecoin is. Everybody's investing in it and they feel happy. And this is what I'm telling you about people. People always talk about, yo, we don't want the oppressors. But people empower their oppressors all day. They empower their oppressors. You know why?
Yo,
They put money into businesses that they don't know who's the CEOs. They don't do the research to see if this person's friendly to your community. Dogecoin, we don't know who the fuck that belongs to. We don't know what's the agenda of that, right? And we just dumping money into it because we figure we can make a quick play and get some money. I want to know who's behind that. I want to know what are they
right.
doing. I want to know what is the use case of this coin. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
just me.
yeah.
That's
Somebody
just
said the use case too. Somebody asked a minute ago asked about when cashing out. Is there a way to avoid taxes? Do you avoid taxes?
nope. Once you cash that out, I mean,
That's a taxable offense once you move it. Somebody earlier asked
you know,
about Robinhood, and I know a lot of those
there
places.
is there is a way to avoid taxes, but that's something my guy Mikey. That's a whole different level of business, right? So my guy Mikey, Mikey Pearls, that's here. He teaches a class on that type of stuff, but that's high level shit where you have to know how to set up your bank accounts and things like that. It's high level shit if you want to avoid taxes. Taxes can be avoided, but you have to have your paperwork and your business right. So the average person trying to avoid taxes, like as just a personal person that's personally holding Bitcoin, no. But if you're a corporation and you're holding Bitcoin and you know how to finagle the paperwork and you know how to move money around, then yeah, taxes. But you have to do it the way that's Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna pay your taxes, just pay your taxes on that shit,
Right. I mean,
or do it the right
we
way.
definitely
Don't
gonna
try to
say
go
that.
around it. These people gonna find you. Remember, the blockchain is all a ledger. This is
Alleged.
all transparent. You
Well,
can see everything.
I guess so. I know once you move it right back into cash, that's a taxable, what they call a taxable action, right? You got it in Robinhood. I hate to use the example with Robinhood, but you got it on Coinbase, whatever. You move it, it's a taxable action. If I
Yep.
spend money with you and I spend however much it costs to take your course, and I spend that, that's not taxable action, correct? They don't know about that. That's only if I take
Yeah.
10 grand off to go buy a jet ski. Now all of a sudden I'm gonna get taxed.
That's different. If you
But
buy my
me and
course now,
you, I'm just paying a fee to send you that bread,
yeah.
and that's that. That's
And
not tax.
it's dope what you just said, because that's the only way that you, to avoid taxes, you would have to have, let's go back to having a community. To avoid taxes now, if I had 10 grand worth of Bitcoin that I want to get rid of, but you want to buy 10 grand worth of Bitcoin, I'll be like, bro, just send me the money and I'll send you the coin. And there's no tax. There's,
Right. I was thinking that. I went to
yeah,
sleep thinking about the word them up. I went to sleep thinking about that last night.
yeah,
And I'll tell you, I'm James Bond in my head. I was on some at the pier with a briefcase, and I was
yeah.
making a transaction for. Yeah, it was one of those shady rainy nights and shit. So I'm glad you said that. At least I know that's
That's
one
my
of them.
favorite character too, by the way, James Bond. I always used to want to live like him and travel and
Travel.
be
He
pretty
was, you know what I
women.
mean? He was distinguished. He had women, you know what I
But
mean? He
yeah,
had
be
real
pretty women
gentleman's
in
drink.
this trade. Yeah, I mean,
But the thing
yeah,
with James Bond though, he always had to deal with, well, no, I was about to say he had to deal with cash, but with him it was always like a little flash drive. It was
yeah.
always
He was beyond
swipeable.
cash.
So yeah, so like it was almost like crypto. He had a flash drive and he ready to trade this for 10 missiles over here and still have it on the
Telling,
blockchain. So
telling you, crypto. I'm telling you, crypto been here a long time. We just now getting access. Remember, when we get access to information and technology, it's already been used. They already figured this shit out.
you
You
said
know,
it was
the
the
United States.
cypherpunks, you said, right?
Yeah, you know the United States is the highest, one of the biggest holders of Bitcoin. They're the second biggest holders of Bitcoin, the United States government, and they don't want us to have it.
What they do? They just snatched it up and they mining
They
it. What they doing it?
They've been confiscating Bitcoin from people for years, and they just hold it there and they sell it back on the dark market for cheaper.
Yeah, they're gonna have. We're gonna hear about a documentary on that 10 years from now.
Yeah,
Like kind of like the Iran Contra scandal and the cocaine scandals. We're gonna hear about
yeah,
something crazy with Bitcoin. Um, Damn, this was an enlightening conversation, brother. Man, I appreciate you. I want everybody to hit the link in his bio. I hate when Instagram cuts me off at the hour marker, so I definitely
yeah.
don't
They
want
be
them to cut
bugging.
us off. And I definitely don't. I want people to tap in. I want them to be thirsty after this and tap in. I'm gonna tap in definitely.
You
Yeah,
know, we could
NFTs.
always, Crave. That's my family, so it's always like we could do a part 2, part 3.
Yeah, let's do so. Let's let this marinate, man. Let's let people tap into the courses. As things progress with the whole decentralization thing, maybe we could just come in and just keep people abreast on things. One more thing too. What is a site or something that you kind of tap into to see what's going on? Like I kind of just wake up and look at my Exodus, but is there something else?
Oh, CoinGecko. There's a site called CoinGecko, GECKO, and that shows you everything, bro. They have
Do they
courses on there.
do they have an app or is just a website?
Yeah, they have an app. They have an app too.
All right, cool. I'll be going to Coin 360, but
Coin
I,
360 good too.
I
And
don't see
Coin
they have an app though. Like it's a pain in the
Nah,
ass to have to keep going to type that in. Like they need to up
yeah.
their game a little bit with
Now,
that.
CoinGecko has an app, and you can also put your portfolio in there. It shows you when your shit's up, down. If you have things in different wallets, you can put it all in one place. So they're good. CoinGecko is good.
Right, right. Well,
Yeah.
I appreciate you, bro, man. We definitely gonna come back through tomorrow when you do the thing for the Mother's Day situation. Just tag us, man. Tag Crave, tag me at Sunny Winters. I hit you with something earlier because I want to blast that off. I got a lot of women, a lot of mothers that hit me all the time. I have people hit me about the whole Dogecoin thing, and
Yep.
who got that one to? Okay.
I
Yeah,
might do an
Shanice.
all. I might do an all female crypto class. I'm thinking about it just for the ladies. I might do something like that in the future.
But
But
please do that though, bro. Like the women,
yeah,
a lot of the women, I hear a lot of women say that, I got this, I hold my own, I do this and I do that, and they all holding their own, they're doing their thing out there, big
they
time.
are.
And,
It's there.
and as the shift changes though, I want them to be able to switch with that in the mindset, and I want them to
Yeah.
get that bag too in the crypto world. Because once they do it, anything you give a woman, they triple it. So if we
Yeah,
give it to them, any type of jewels we got that we could pass
yeah,
to them, they're gonna pass it on to kids. They're gonna pass it on to everybody.
yes,
Women triple shit. So I
yeah.
want to
Women,
empower
women.
women.
If you're not tapped in with the women, that's probably why shit ain't working for you. Women are it. Like, yeah,
Yes, I always say if you don't got no homegirls, if you don't got a relationship with your mother,
you're
if
not tapped.
you suck. You know what I
You
mean? So we
suck.
gotta yeah, we gotta get these women right because we gonna always
Right.
be right if
But
we got
also,
them right.
also with you and Crave, I invite y'all to be on my course. I waive the fee for y'all. I have West Coast Re hit y'all up and come in and learn on the course because the course is May 22nd to May 23rd. One day is crypto, the next day is NFT. So I invite
I'm
you to be in there.
I'm there, bro. You're gonna get a lot of tags from me because I'm gonna stay pushing it. I'm gonna stay pushing it even after the Mother's Day thing. I'm gonna stay pushing it because I want people. This shit is changing our generational wealth
Yep.
situation. This shit is changing how our kids. That's my thinking. I want my great grandkids to look back how like my great grandfathers came here from other countries, Panama, Barbados. They
Yep.
came through these places, and now like, damn, he bought land here back in
Exactly.
the days. Like, how dope
Yeah.
was that? He was black back in the days and bought
Yeah.
land. I want them
Not
to say that
not
about me.
yeah, not the story of they got brought here from Africa. Nah. They went and
Got that
bought land
story.
here.
I don't got that story, bro. So I want
Yeah,
to
I
keep
don't
that
want that
going.
story.
Yeah, I want to keep that going and say, like, you know what? Grandpa Sonny, Grandpa Knox, yeah, they
Yep.
left us the keys to these Exodus wallets, and these shit is crazy. Like, this shit is crazy. What the hell was they thinking? So I
Exactly.
wanted to be like that, bro. I wanted to be like that, man.
I will. It will be.
All right, bro. We're going to tap in, man. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All right,
sir. Blue Pill,
bro.
what up? All right, boy.
All right.